Good morning, evening, afternoon. I'm Tater Cat. Welcome to my channel. Today we're playing Find Love or Die Trying. Previously, well, we found out Allie is a part of a resistance, and she kind of brought us back. So now we have our memories and all that thing. We're wary of Cat because she shot us in the face, and now we're getting all the girls' memories back, and that's where we left off. Now let's continue. But I know that if we don't escape and fast, they're going to kill us sooner or later. Matilda and I are going to do our very best to make sure all of us get out of here alive. But to do that, I need you to trust me. Trust you? With what? I need you to trust me enough to step back into the tanks that kept you in. For us to escape, we need all of us to have our memories back. Otherwise, you wouldn't trust us enough. I have to be quite foolish to just step in this tank because someone said so. Violet, you can trust her. Excuse me. I know she's telling the truth about this machine because I built this. Allie, this isn't the first time we've met, is it? No, I got my accents on. I don't know why I was suddenly British a little bit. Okay, I don't know why I can't stop having a British accent in my head. Oh no! It isn't. No, it isn't. We've gotten to know each other quite a few times by now. It's a strange feeling. On one hand, this is horrible. On the other hand, I'm glad the machine works. Maybe one day we'll put it to use the way it should be. Alright, I'll trust you. We just walk back into the machine. Thank you, Violet. I know it'd be difficult to trust me, so I appreciate it. There's a machine that should have your name on it. Go into it, and then Matilda and I will start the reversal process. I do hope this works. It should, but it might hurt a bit. Do spare me from the details, please. Scarlet and Violet walk to their respective machines. I don't really get it, but I trust you, Matilda. And besides, I got a thing for big things made out of metal. They're like mecha, I guess. Is this going to hurt? It is. It won't hurt a bit. Yes? I won't lie to you. It is. I'm sorry, Yui. Don't be, Matilda. I'm happy you wouldn't lie to me. It makes me even more sure to trust you. Here we go. Oh, here we go, Yui. Let's do this. Alright. They're in their tanks. Oh, alright. They're in their tanks. Let's do this, Matilda. On it. Do. Even if it was necessary for all of us. Their screams from the reversal process were almost more than I could take. Allie and I covered our ears as Violet, Scarlet, Yui, and Tara remembered years' memories in a matter of minutes. After doing all this, we better be getting out of here. Violet, Scarlet, Yui, and Tara stepped out of their tanks after what must have felt like hours to them. Guys, you okay? This probably isn't the time to mention it, but I made a bet with 4 about what would happen when they got their memories back. What did you bet? I'm going to watch from a safer distance, if you don't mind. I'm sure they're all going to be mad at us, at me, because I dated and proposed to all of them. I did not stick to one girl the entire time. If looks could kill, the girls that had just gotten out of the tank would have killed me several times over. They ran to me yelling and screaming, "You 5-timing little cheater!" Wait, I can explain. Too late. They were on me like hyenas. Is that long enough? Now that we've all calmed down, how about we go over the escape plan? It better be good, Allie. For your sake, Matilda. Out with it then. Alright, listen up. Over the next hour, Allie explained her plan from start to finish. Trust me, it's the best we got. If this is our plan, we're doomed. What's the plan? You're not going to share it with me? Congrats, Matilda! You've made it to day 2. You really gave our audience a run for their money yesterday with Scarlet. And that's better. And that's before we got the zombies involved, believe it or not. I'm glad to hear that. You think you'll choose Scarlet at the end of this? Definitely. Too early to say. I figure it's best to make things seem uncertain as possible and not get too focused on any one girl. Kat said that getting low ratings during the show could end up with them shutting it down early. If that happened this time, then game over. The only reason why we're able to make these moves right now is because Allie's machine glitched out. Who knows if it would ever happen again. There's no room for error. I wonder if her machine glitched out because Kat made it do so. Too early to say right now, but she's definitely up there, Kat. I like the sound of that. But you know what I like even more? Drama. And what better way to start that fire than full date with another woman? If it ain't broke. So, who's it gonna be? Do I get to choose? Oh, it's just dots. Have you ever noticed that there's only one room in the mansion that's locked? Nope. Not even a bit. Really? Oh, really? It's right by the games room, and it's not the hidden one. I'm starting to understand why you've been stuck here all this time. I was snooping around at night looking for shacks when I saw a cat open it using a black key that she kept on a key ring in her pocket. It's definitely a master key. I've seen her use the same key both in the mansion as well as on other buildings. Sounds like it'd be pretty good to get our hands on that. Exactly. If you get me that key for even a minute, I can make a mold of it that we can use as a duplicate key. I'm betting that would be pretty helpful for helping us get out of here, to put it lightly. Wasn't there a scene before in like the first playthrough where she was mad that someone took her key? That's awesome. But wouldn't Kat notice her master key going missing? You're absolutely right, especially if you or I try to take it. I'm feeling a but coming. But it wouldn't be you or I taking it. Tomorrow, ask to take Yui on a date. Let me go get Yui by the inn tonight. You'll both understand why it has to be you two. I'd say sounds like a plan, but I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Trust me, Matilda. When have I ever been wrong? I could list every single date we've been on as an evidence. Those don't count. Yui. Oh, that was a flashback. Okay. There's just something about her, you know? We'll make it happen. It was the first date since getting all of the girls' memories back. We went for a walk out in the woods, the same date we had when we truly had met again for the first time. It was a little awkward at first, figuring out how to not give away what we knew on camera, but we figured it out pretty quickly. It's so nice to see you again, Matilda. I feel the same way, Yui. After all this time, it's got to be fate. hasn't it? It must be. To be honest, I feel a little like things are going a little over my head. This show, meeting you again, everything, it's just moving so fast. Sometimes I feel like everything's just moving too fast for me to keep up. But with you, everything feels alright, like I know it's going to be okay. Would it be okay if we just spend today this way? She leaned in closer and put her arms around me. I wouldn't have it any other way, Yui. Wait a minute. What about getting the master key? I can tell from your face what you're thinking about. Don't worry. I got that covered. Bun Bun Bun! Bun 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 darted out of the nearby bush and ran to Yui's side. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. She picked him up and hugged him tight. It was impossible not to smile. Almost forgot. Bun Bun Bun. Hunt. Bun 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 leapt out of her arms, then darted towards the mansion. And with that out of the way, how about we walk for a little longer? What just happened? Bun 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 is a smart cookie, okay? He is going to go and look for the key, and they're not really going to think anything suspiciously of it, because that rabbit is insane and does whatever the fuck he wants, because he's a rabbit. She reached for my hand, then held it tight. I'd like that. We walked in and talked for hours. We walked and talked for hours. When we took breaks, we lay next to each other on the grass, talking about anything and everything. Yui's a lovely girl. At times, I remembered how dire the situation we were in and couldn't help but freeze up. But with Yui, I'm never afraid to face those fears. She makes me braver with just a smile. Even when she couldn't ask directly about what was on my mind, she found ways to comfort me despite that. And in turn, to make her smile made me feel lighter than air. A life with her would be wonderful. I've got to make sure to get us all out of here safe. Matilda? Yeah? I love you, Matilda. I hope we can spend another day together just like this too soon. I'd like that. I can't wait for that day. These are both the same thing, okay? They're said differently, but it's the same thing. I guess I like that. Me too, Yui. We walked back to the mansion together, hand in hand, then went our separate ways. Matilda, you would not believe what happened to me today. What happened, Kat? I got attacked by some kind of forest monster. It was at least 10 feet tall, had monstrous teeth, and there was at least 5 of them. It took everything I had could not laugh. Was she drinking all of the wine again? Luckily, I managed to fight them off without any permanent injury. I made sure that 4 deleted the footage. That shit was both embarrassing and traumatic. That's good to know. This is the worst run yet, man. What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing. I've just had a long day. I'll bet. You should get some rest while you have the chance. 5 forest beasts is nothing to sniff at. You're making fun of me, aren't you? Not at all, Cat. Forest beasts affect 1 in 10 people. It could happen to you. Right. I'll see you later, Matilda. Good night, Matilda. Why am I saying good night, Matilda? She should be... Good night, Matilda. I'm not saying good night to myself. That would be weird. Mission success. I can't believe that worked. How did you train your pet bunny to do all that? It's all thanks to our special training last night. I may have made a few contracts with a few devils from the forest, but... I'm sorry, what? Indeed, I'm sorry, what? You made a few contracts with devils in the forest. I'm half kidding, don't worry about it. Which half? The a few part. She made all of the contracts. Are the keys ready to use? Not yet, which sucks. It's going to take a little longer for the makeshift plaster to set. Where'd you get the plaster from, by the way? I assume 4, since 4 is helping us out. He has access to all the stuffs, you know. So, I feel like it wouldn't be too hard for him to get something like plaster. He got easels and paints and stuff. I think I clicked on something on accident. Believe me, knowing more about how we got it will not make you any happier as a person. I'm cool with not knowing. Now I want to know. I just thought it was 4. You can't just like leave me like that. No, what did you do? Anyway, the keys will probably be usable by tomorrow morning, but you'll have to have your next date by then. Who will we have to have our date with then? I wonder what shenanigans I'll have to do. We'll test them out as soon as it's night tomorrow. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Awesome! Let's go, team! How about you let the rest of the girls know, Matilda? 4's disabled the audio recording in the house at night, so we should be good to talk back up there. I'll let them know. Why can't we just do it together? Because there's quite a few of them. I walked back up the staircase, back to the mansion. Where are they? Ah, I can hear some sounds from the kitchen. I'll make my way over. Hey, Violet, how are you? Goodness! Apologies, Matilda. I did not see you there. You seem pretty deep in thought. What's on your mind? Besides the say, hundreds of different versions of memories of the same week, I'm worried for the people back home. Yui has her sisters to worry about, though she tries not to burden anyone with that feeling. Everyone has family out there, and who knows what's happened to them in the last, well, however long we've been trapped here. I have never gotten along with my parents that well, but even so, they must be worried sick. I'm sure they're doing fine, Violet. And they're going to be so happy to see you again. You're right, Matilda. Though, there's no way you could know that for sure, could you? I guess so, but we've got to believe, right? I suppose you're right. Once again, Matilda. When we finally escape this dreadful place, I'm going to hold them so tight. It's kind of funny. What is, Violet? I told you I had a twin sister, right? Yeah, you did. Her name was Viola? That would be her. She was always my parents' favorite. You know, the type she came first in just about everything, while I did not. Even so, we got along just fine. I was proud to call her my sister. Then, there was the accident. She saw the car before I did. She moved to protect me before I could. And in the end, she was hit before I was, and she died for it. Oh, I thought she was paralyzed or something. That's sad. Why do they always kill off family members in visual novels? I guess it makes for a more sympathetic character. I'm so sorry, Violet. Before then, I had no problem being second place to her. But for her sake, for just that one time, I wish I had come in first. I'm oversharing, aren't I? I apologize. It's okay, Violet. Just say what you're feeling. You're kind, Matilda. It's something I adore about you, you know? After Viola died, I did my very best to live up to the standard she set for my parents. You can probably guess how well that went. I wasn't as good as running the business or appearing prim and proper or even things like finding a partner. It's a little embarrassing. Really, that's the whole reason why I came here. My parents saw an ad for the show and thought it might help me. Or perhaps they just wanted to kick me out of the house to make more room for a new baby brother. I couldn't resist the chance for them to support me for once. At times, I felt like I can't do anything right. Look at how the show has developed. This is a nightmare in every regard. Violet. No, poor Violet. She's gone through so much. Her parents should just let her do her poor people hobbies. Well, we'll see how our escape plan goes. I wonder if I'll get to that point or if there's going to be 2 more episodes of this. We shall see. See you next time.